last 30 minutes. Good ball by Kawagishi. Brooklyn Holt now scored against the Panthers last year. Into the box. Bordelot. Oh, nearly found it through the legs of Casto. Panthers defending job. Still not done.
You almost kind of question how the Wolfpack haven't gotten another one from some of these chances.
Might be knocking at the door again.
Yep.
Good defending that time by DeHaven. Mackenzie Smith making the tackle on her first touch, but we'll draw the whistle. We'll take another look. Now, Bordelot is obviously in here, but that was very close to an own goal, I think.
Very quick, yes. The last second was able to snip it away.
And I think that was the issue, is Casto realizing.
Right, that her own player touched it back, and I think she was going to pick it up.
There's Protopis with a good save off the header.
Yeah, I think it looked like she was going to pick it up and realize at the last second, maybe not a good idea.
Best chance for the Panthers so far on that header by Tessa Carlin. As you see, Alex Murphy has replaced Neubauer.
A lot of high points opportunities have come from, I would say, longer balls or balls in behind or set pieces, really. Have been able to get a few shots off, but none have been too threatening for Protopis.
Good move again. Well, we told you Murphy came in, but she did not replace Neubauer, because there she is on the left wing. Leszczynski, DeHaven. Joseph makes a good run, looking to turn with it. Finds Jabril, upended, free kick. And from this spot, surely you're thinking about going for goal.
Right, absolutely. Very, very dangerous opportunity. You're in shooting range here. And again, I know we talked about it earlier, but NC State's just doing a really good job of finding their players in dangerous positions. Their forwards have been very active tonight, getting on the ball, making runs in behind. Strickland getting in behind, Joseph getting in behind. And it's just really creating an issue for high point defenders right now, just kind of organizing and sorting it out.
Now, I said surely you're going for goal, but obviously some options here to maybe lay it off as well. We'll see what they want to do. It's Kawagishi over top of it. Plays it low, and the deflection will go out for a corner.
I think she was looking for Joseph there to kind of slip her in, just didn't find her feet.
Yeah, I think you're right. That was definitely the plan.
Right. Just
over the head of Bordelot. Kawagishi will send in a second ball. High Point trying to get some numbers forward. Olu. Strong on the ball. Back to Kawagishi. Soto has been everywhere in this first half. Endless amounts of energy.
Forwards have definitely
both wings.
Right, been very active tonight.
And you can see pleading her case, saying, hey, that's supposed to be our ball. Couple of subs coming in. Krista Ray Pohl along with Alex Murphy. As Mashinsky gets a high five from Coach McGinnis. Joseph from range, right into the hands of Casto.
You know, as we were talking about it earlier, it's good to see with NC State struggling with getting goals this season, really trying to find the back of the net. It's good to see them peppering the High Point defense tonight, but I think the question now is going to be being clinical and finishing some of these opportunities that they have.
Ball in behind the defense. Leah Hall Robinson gets on the end of it. Her low cross. Deflected initially. Joseph still fighting for it. Now she's got numbers for a cross. Overhits it. Both teams going to make quite a few substitutions here. Senior Mia Vaughn, one of the four honored before this one. In the match, along with Sienna Kim and Mary Frances Sims. It was Vaughn, along with injured goalkeeper Maria Echezarreta, Madison Reed, and Sarah Arnold, all honored here on senior night. And a foul will be called here on Murphy. Garmy, who has that yellow card, out. And Schossler in, one of the captains on this team, the grad student. Again, at halftime, we'll talk to NC State head coach Tim Santoro. Get his thoughts on action from this first half. I would imagine he'll be pretty pleased with just how many opportunities have been generated.
Right, I know the scoreboard doesn't really show, I think, the performance that the Wolfpack have put on in this first half, which may be one of his comments leading into, but really NC State has been the dominating team this first 40 minutes.
Still some time for High Point to level things up before the halftime break. This one will go out for a goal kick. On the other side of halftime, We'll talk to Coach McGinnis. His team has been playing a heavy in-state schedule so far. This is already their 5th match against a team from the state of North Carolina. Got a win over UNCG. Tied both App State and their former Big South rival in Campbell as they opened with the Camels. But dropped a 3-1 match to East Carolina. High Point's had some success down this near sideline as Murphy tried to cut in for the shot, get it on that favored right foot. It falls to Mia Vaughn, her first touch. Vaughn seeing her first time for NC State since the 2nd match of the year at Charlotte. NC State continuing to stay patient, moving this High Point defense from left to right. Mary Frances Sims, first touch. Good ball. Vaughn is tackled. And Carly Smith making the foul. Again, High Point trying this near side again. This time NC State ready for it. Sienna Kemp muscled off the ball by DePerno. Back in her home area. She's from Apex, North Carolina. She's been all Big South the last couple of seasons, including first team 2 years ago. An integral piece of this back line. One last ball for NC State, and time is going to trickle out. And we will head to the halftime locker room with the Wolfpack in front 1-0 on the 7th-minute goal from Annika Woner as she put in the penalty kick. An excellent start for NC State, Michaela.
Yeah, I think NC State from the first minute just seemed settled. They seemed calm. I don't think High Point really settled into the game as much as the Wolfpack did. So I think we'll see if there's any adjustments made from the coaching.
As we told you, we'll get a chance now to talk to NC State head coach Tim Santoro. Coach, thank you for your time and joining us. Just want to get your thoughts on that quick start and the importance of an early goal in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted a quick start. I wish we could have maintained it longer. Some of the stuff in the final third got a little sloppy towards the end of the half, but we'll take it and see if we can improve in the second half.
And Coach, you had a lot of opportunities in that first half generating forward. And what's the conversation going to be at halftime to maybe put some more goals on the board for the second half?
You have to have quality around the goal. We're doing some decent things to get there. I think we could get down there a little more. But when you're around the goal, you have to kind of put the ball in the back of the net.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
NC State with a 1-0 lead. Annika Woner, the 7th-minute PK, as you heard from Coach, doing some good things to get into the attacking third, but looking for a little more finishing. Again, we'll talk to Coach McGinnis on the other side of halftime. Stick with us here on the ACC Network Extra.
Chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy
it. Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours. With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
Welcome to Ideation Station. As you write, Grammarly can suggest personalized ideas to kickstart your paper.
Definitely this one.
Interesting topic. Do you know where you want to take it next?
Yes, I can make this topic even more focused.
Let Grammarly create a customized research plan so you can get organized.
Perfect.
94% of students say Grammarly helps improve their grades. Download Grammarly for free.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it. Yeah, Vistaprint. Like Rachel needed fun packaging, so Vistaprint designed and printed new stickers, tape, and thank you cards.
Bye.
Corley and Ducky needed to get their brand out there, so they printed new t-shirts, bottles, and caps. And Tasha, well, she needed a total refresh, so Vistaprint made her a new logo, and all that. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 2. We know free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy
Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours. With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
I can never remember how to perfectly format my citations.
Just click Get Citation, and you'll have a full citation ready to copy, always formatted perfectly.
Perfect. I can even show I used Grammarly for paraphrasing.
Use AI tools without compromising your integrity.
Wow, that was fast. This thesis is solid.
94% of students say Grammarly helps improve their grades. Download Grammarly for free.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it. Yeah, Vistaprint. Like Rachel needed fun packaging, so Vistaprint designed and printed new stickers, tape, and thank you cards.
Bye.
Corley and Ducky needed to get their brand out there, so they printed new t-shirts, bottles, and caps. And Tasha, well, she needed a total refresh, so Vistaprint made her a new logo, and all that. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
YouTube TV is the new home of NFL Sunday Ticket. Oh my goodness! Being a fan has never been easier. Watch every game, every Sunday, exclusively with NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket now and get $50 off.
Night, and we wanted something fun. Joanna is a really good singer, but I am very good with lyrics. The next day, we could not really talk because we had such a good time.
State leading 1-0 at halftime over High Point. The Wolfpack wasted no time getting off to a quick start. Just 7 minutes in, Annika Woner scoring from the penalty spot. That's the difference in this one so far. The second 45 coming up when we come back on the ACC Network Extra.
Football's here, you know what that means. More flame grilled beef from Burger King. Celebrate with us, cheer on your team. Y'all know this part, come on, let's sing. BK, have it your way.
DirecTV Sports Central gives you access to every game, but Terry doesn't have DirecTV.
Come on, work with that.
Here, now you can find the game easy. Barbecue is saved!
Get in the red zone with Sports Pack. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
My barbecue is ruined.
Life needs great teammates. Be there for yours. With retirement, benefits, and life insurance products, Symetra is your teammate for whatever lies ahead.
Sometimes I need to paraphrase.
It's easy to make your work clearer and more concise. They're still your ideas, just shorter.
We'll definitely stay under the time limit this time. Better. Now, the biggest part of this assignment is making the pitch compelling for the judges.
You can use Grammarly to make your sentences more engaging, confident, and persuasive.
This is perfect.
94% of students say Grammarly helps improve their grades. Download Grammarly for free.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it. Yeah, Vistaprint. Like Rachel needed fun packaging, so Vistaprint designed and printed new stickers, tape, and thank you cards.
Bye.
Corley and Ducky needed to get their brand out there, so they printed new t-shirts, bottles, and caps. And Tasha, well, she needed a total refresh, so Vistaprint made her a new logo, and all that. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
pants. Oh, pants.
Love to hear it. Hard to own it. The overthinking begins and bingo bango. You know what? Just own it. Thanks. They're Old Navy.
Brilliant.
Hey, CoverGirls. Plant Power? It's a game changer. Introducing the ultimate plant-powered mascara, Cleantopia. 300% extreme lush volume with 100% plant cellulose fibers. Let's go to Cleantopia. New Lash Blast Cleantopia from CoverGirl.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
Thanks to the 7th-minute PK goal by Annika Wohner. Just about set for second half, and Coach McGinnis now joining us coming out of the half. Coach, thank you for your time. Simply, what was your message at halftime to your team?
We've got to take care of the ball in those transitional moments a little bit better, and in the final third, make sure we're connecting and taking our opportunities. We sorted some things out defensively and just told them, we've got 45 minutes with a bit of a break after us, and to empty our tanks and go for it.
Great, Coach. To build off that, any kind of, I know defensively you're looking to clean it up, any kind of tactical differences to build momentum going forward, or any changes there?
Yeah, I mean, with them playing two up top, they're dropping one of the forwards into the pocket, and we want our defensive midfielder to screen that and take better care of it instead of drawing our centre back out and creating the hole for him to go into. So we'll be looking to stabilise that a little bit better and be grittier in the midfield.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
That's Coach McGinnis. Again, we talked earlier about the grit that he wants his team to play with. All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights as these two teams are just about set to go for the second half. And again, it didn't take long. Alexis Strickland forcing the issue, taken down in the box. Wohner able to slot it home for her second goal of the season. That led us to this scoreline. Pour everything you got out on the field. They don't play again until the 23rd against Winthrop. That's their Big South opener. So they do not play this Sunday. They've got quite a bit of a break indeed, and so they are going to leave everything out there tonight. NC State next in action on Sunday. They will be at Pitt for their ACC opener. And I think that break can probably be beneficial for High Point, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just to kind of press the reset button and say, hey, okay,
right.
One season is done, if you will. We're beginning a new season when we play in the Big South.
Right. And again, it allows them to, again, gas it in the second half simply because they're still in this game. The scoreline, it's still very close.
Jamuse Joseph steps by one, then lost out. Wohner, the goal scorer. NC State getting numbers for Leah Hall. Robinson's touch let her down there a bit. She was very involved in the first half moving forward for NC State. A little too much dribbling from Bordelot, and she lost it. Riley Smith, throw it in. She started all 9 matches on this year for the Panthers. Back giveaway. Mashinsky. Now Butte. High Point pressuring a bit more already in this second half. Bordelot looking to turn on the near side. Smith again bottling her up. Gets it right back though. Well-weighted ball. Strickland to Woner. Waiting for reinforcements. Here they come. It's Leah Hall Robinson. Corner. Vuvuzelas are out tonight.
Again, another great turnout in Raleigh.
Chisholm knocked down. Play continues as it falls to Joseph. She likes it on her left foot. But a save from Casto.
Joseph has really tested the keeper from distance tonight. You've definitely seen a lot more long-range shooting than typical from her.
She scored against High Point last year in the 3-1 win. That was on her senior night. And deciding to come back for a 5th year. Gets another shot at the Panthers. And a chance for one more run through the ACC, and they hope to another NCAA tournament appearance. Over the head of DePerno and everyone. As we mentioned earlier, again, the next match for NC State, not at home, it's at Pittsburgh, but it is on the ACC network. You can catch it on the ESPN app, and that's a big matchup. A Pitt team that has been top 25 or receiving votes, and an ACC opener. A chance for the Wolfpack to really make a statement on the road.
Yeah, to play at Pitt for your first ACC match is definitely a challenge. But I think NC State will definitely be taking a lot from the first half, even a lot of players being rotated in the first half and a lot of momentum as we're seeing here with Joseph moving forward.
Jamise Joseph from distance, shot is blocked. And yeah, apologies, that game is not at Pitt, it's here at NC State. My mistake.
Well, either way, even better then.
Carlin With space and a beautiful finish. Tessa Carlin ties it up at 1 apiece.
And we knew it was going to take a moment of magic for the Panthers, and Carlin comes up huge for High Point. A little of individual, place it nicely around the corner. What a goal.
Her first goal for the Panthers is a big one here on the road, and she does it all by herself.
Gets a lot of space here on top of the box, cuts it inside, places it very nicely. Nothing Protapas could do about that.
The transfer from UTEP makes it 1-1.
What a response from the Panthers in the second half.
12 goals in her career in El Paso, but that the first one for the Panthers. And that finish, yeah, it looks like someone who's got double-digit collegiate goals, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, definitely showed off a little bit of magic from her tonight.
And so this is exactly what you were talking about, right? Is that while NC State had a lot of possession and had more chances, still a one-goal game.
It's a one-goal game.
And
exactly.
all it takes is one moment of brilliance. Carlin provides that.
And this is now you can even feel the momentum shifting. NC State definitely got a little bit more energy to them, but what a momentum builder for the Panthers. That's a statement that Carlin made for her team. So I think moving forward, they know that they're in this game. They can compete at an ACC home game, and it's just now it's definitely going to be an interesting 35 minutes.
And by the way, they give the assist to Thane Butte, her team-leading second assist of the season. And you were talking about that goal giving High Point the confidence that, you know, they can play with an ACC program. You know, Butte, who got the assist coming into the year, this is a confident bunch. She said, you know, there's still a bunch of players on this team that won a championship in 2021. So I think a lot of us know what it takes to be able to win a championship. Even in the spring season and this summer, we've been texting each other in our group chats like, we know what we're here to do. And wouldn't this be a huge springboard for them into their conference play to be able to come away with points here on the road? The Panthers picked third in the 9-team Big South in the preseason poll, with Radford being the preseason favorites. So a brand new match here after the 53rd minute goal by Terry Carlin. Olu turning away from DePerno.
Here we go. Here we go, Wolfpack. Here we go. Here we go, Wolfpack.
Chisholm. Trying to chip it ahead, and Casto up to the task. Both of these teams have been second half teams this year, and the Panthers getting their goal. We'll see if NC State has a response. Bree Weber, Fernanda De Soto back in.
NC State substitution to the 58-minute match with Weber. Proposing number 2, Mackenzie Smith, calls veteran catcher Fernanda De Soto. Third place number 13, Jake Wardlow.
Another chance from distance. Pratapis spills it, able to get on the rebound. Good step up by Brooklyn Holtz. Again, she scored against High Point last year, the first of her career. NC State's outside backs, they do so much for this team.
Right, her Holt and Leah Hall Robinson have been very active tonight, getting forward, getting in behind, helping the forwards generate something, getting in behind. Now you just kind of want to see them capitalize on some of these opportunities.
Scene behind Casto in goal. To the far post, second chance into the goalkeeper's hands. Good battle for the ball. As they say, that whistle blows against Woner. Well, it feels like that conversation with Coach McGinnis must have paid off, right? Talking to his team again, that was the message at the end of last match and at the end of the first half. Got to get back to that grittiness. They have played with a different intensity here so far.
Right. I think that halftime break was a good reset button, as we talk about reset after this game before conference play. You see it here. Just a little bit of physicality there.
Low cross. Oh, and it's 2 in the second half. What a turnaround. Carlin strikes again.
What a response from the Panthers. And it looks like NC State is just at a loss of words.
Carlin behind the ball, onside. It is a perfect low cross that pings off the post and in.
And Tessa Carlin just producing absolute magic tonight for the Panthers offense. She did it herself for the first one, and what a finish.
Tessa Carlin with 2 goals in the last 8 minutes to completely turn this match around.
What a performance by High Point.
We're going to give the assist to Lindsay DeHaven.
And now we're having a completely different conversation than what we were having in the first half. And that's how it works. I think NC State, you know, getting a little bit comfortable, not being able to capitalize on a lot of the opportunities that they generated in the first half, didn't produce as much so far in the second half, and High Point just, they're able to capitalize on the few opportunities they've had, and that's just the difference maker for them right now.
Carlin has been clinical. And again, High Point has never beaten NC State, only tied once. And now it's NC State who will need to find a couple of goals here. And sure, still plenty of time in this match, but this whistle will go against the Panthers. Just, again, if you just started watching at halftime, right, it was just a one goal match, and this is sometimes what can happen. But if you watch that first half,
right,
it was, I don't want to say one-way traffic completely, right, but it was mostly played in that attacking third.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, you know, talking to Coach McGinnis at halftime, I think he knew that. I think that was addressed at halftime in terms of the organization.
This is a beautiful ball to the back post, but no one could get on the end of it.
Yeah, and, you know, I think Coach McGinnis really talked about that with his team, about really organizing that midfield, screening the two forwards that, you know, NC State was drawing into the pockets, getting in behind. And I think they've cleaned that up. They've been able to contain the Wolfpack. You really haven't seen them generate as many opportunities. And likewise, now you're seeing them build the momentum, which is really different from how that first half went.
And you can see just the energy on the High Point bench.
I mean, this would be a huge result for the school as a program, let alone away at an ACC home field right before conference play. This is definitely a really appealing position that High Point has put themselves in for the last 27 minutes.
Courtney Andrusic has not played much this year, but she comes in as a substitute, transfer from UC Santa Barbara. An elite goal scorer in her high school days out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Now we'll see, you know, you asked tactically what changes would be made. Certainly not just the one goal, right, but the second goal could change things here for High Point. They look hungry for more. Mashinsky overplays that pass.
Right, the momentum has completely flipped, and now you see the Wolfpack chasing the game a bit, whereas High Point is like, okay, let's build, let's go forward, let's get another one, which is really what you saw from the Wolfpack in the first half. So completely reverse of the tides here.
And certainly with this much time left, you would expect that. At a certain point, though, if this scoreline stays the same, you mentioned about what this win would mean for them. At a certain point, you have to think that they might get a little more defensive.
Yes, I think, to your point, I think you could definitely see some tactical changes by Coach Santoro to throw numbers forward. But I also think on the flip side, Coach McGinnis could say, like, parking the bus a little bit. Again, just kind of managing the time at this point.
But at this point, High Point clearly has gotten the better of this second half, and they have been offensive-minded. NC State trying to break the other way. Joseph can make something happen in a hurry. Good defending there. Butte stepping up along with Meg Roden.
And I think that's what High Point kind of needs to be careful of, especially with NC State's more senior players, Leah Hall-Robinson breaking down the flank. Got to keep an eye on Jamise Joseph, as she's also known to score some goals late in the game. But on the flip side, again, High Point, Tessa Carlin, senior player for them, has really come up big for them tonight.
The Impact transfer, one of 11 newcomers to this program. They added 8 freshmen, 3 transfers. And boy, are they glad that Carlin decided to come to High Point. Began her college career back in 2019, where she was made the CUSA All-Freshman team after scoring a team-leading 5 goals and 7 assists and 17 points. Giveaway from Kawagishi. And Holtz stopped Carlin from getting it. We talked about the importance of the fast start for NC State, because when you come back home on a losing streak, the pressure is certainly there, right? And that goal felt like it alleviated some pressure, but
right,
certainly now in the second half where they are, it's right back.
Right. I think they definitely started with the intensity that, you know, you really want to see, but on the flip side of that, that can lead to complacency. And you kind of question the Wolfpack side right now on how comfortable they got a little bit, which left room for opportunity for the Panthers, which they capitalized on. So you really got to give a credit to High Point for finding those opportunities and being clinical.
And they really weren't able to break NC State down in the midfield with passing. We saw some long balls. Not much really came of it in the first half, and it was just long spells of possession for NC State as they continued to attack, and then really got to most of the 50-50 balls, it felt like.
Yeah, I think it was, again, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of that individual like magic from a player to kind of come up big. And Tessa Carlin said, "I got this, guys. It's on me tonight."
And so far, the response from NC State hasn't been what they would have hoped for after either the first or the second goal. How do they get their offense back on track to being what we saw in the first half? Because, again, the focus was not on generating the chances, but just on finishing them. Right now, they aren't generating the chances.
Right. I think you got to be really careful at this point. You still got 20 minutes left, not to hit that panic button. And I think really cleaning up some of these turnovers that they're seeing right now, I think that's going to be a big push. You see Coach Santoro talking to some subs coming in. I think over on the bench, I can't hear clearly, but I'm sure that he's saying keep the ball, build, really kind of play to what their identity is and play into what they're good at, which is building out of the back and really connecting passes to find their forwards going, making those runs in behind, which you just haven't seen as much of that movement, as much as finding those forwards that you did in the first half. So I think if they can kind of strip back and get back to some of those tactics moving forward, they're able to generate some of those much better opportunities.
Oh, Butte wanted it instead, trying to tuck it behind the back line, intended for Mashinsky. So we'll see if, as Michaela says, NC State can get back to that identity with still plenty of time left in this one. Butte fouling Soto with a push. And there's the passing from NC State that they're known for. But the attack fizzles out.
Yeah, I think just being patient there and kind of still maybe connecting one or two more passes versus looking for that longer ball in behind.
As you mentioned, the subs coming on for NC State having gotten directions. Taylor Chisholm, who had a golden opportunity early in this match. Such a weapon on set pieces out there, along with freshman Hannah Jabril.
And I think you can kind of see a little bit of a formation change already. Potentially going to a 3-5-2 for the Wolfpack. Just pushing Soto higher on the left and Leah Hall-Robinson on the flank on the right to try to generate, you know, I know they're fighting for the equalizer right now, but I know we talked about it, how big of a gain this is. To go into conference play with a win under their belt is going to be huge.
Well, they have some experience turning around a late game in the second half. That's how they won against Charlotte. 2 goals in the final 13 minutes. Kawagishi trying to play into Jabril. Again, with those 3 in the back. Carlin doing a good job there just to really slow some things down as NC State had the numbers. So still staying with the 2 forwards up top and then a more crowded midfield.
Yeah, potentially. Now I see. I know they pushed Brianna Weber back into the midfield.
Goal kick. Again, we highlighted Jamise Joseph in the Open tonight. 2 goals this season, 22 in her illustrious career. And usually when this team needs a goal, she's been the one throughout her 4 years to provide it.
She's definitely one the Wolfpack look for, especially to come up in big moments, and she's done that for them. So
Jabril trying to turn around to Perno, who does well. Here comes Joseph. Kawagishi to Joseph. Chipped on, headed, saved. Strickland got behind the back line. And Ellen Casto has been called upon numerous times tonight. She comes up with another save. And that's a header right from the 6-yard box.
yeah, good little ball in behind by Brianna Weber there. Gets enough flight on it, not too much, and just puts it in a dangerous position for Alexis Strickland to run onto.
Jabril whistled for the foul. Under 15 minutes to go. Again, the energy on the High Point sideline. They liked the first goal. They loved the second goal.
You put it very nicely.
Soto with Butte nipping at her heels, still moving with it. Fernanda Soto. Strickland now. Left-footed strike, and it takes a deflection off a defender and in. NC State with a huge answer in the second half.
And there's the equalizer we know that they were looking for. Great work here by Soto. Drives through the midfield, gets the space, slips a ball. Alexis Strickland takes this really nicely on her left foot. Looks like it took a potential deflection there off
Yeah, I think off of Ella Vaughn here, and you could see her reaction, trying to get out of the way.
And it
might have been destined for the back of the net anyways.
Yep, took a little deflection there, but hey, I think the Wolfpack will definitely take it. And we have ourselves a dogfight for the last 13 minutes to see how this one will shake out.
Alexis Strickland, the fifth-year player from Raleigh, with her third goal of the season.
And, you know, I know Coach McGinnis of the High Point Panthers really wanted to see that grit from his team in the second half. And arguably, I think you've seen it from both teams in the second 45 minutes. High Point with a tremendous job to equalize, take the lead. And now you see it from the Wolfpack kind of digging deep to get that equalizer. Now both teams driving to see who can put one more on the board.
The assist to Soto. Here she is, coming up with a swing and a miss. Olu wins possession right back. Jabril, she'll get a try, and Casto is again up to the job. Boy, that goal from Strickland obviously takes an unfortunate bounce for Vaughn. I think it might have been going in anyways.
Yeah.
But it all starts with that big run from Soto.
Right. I mean, huge play there from her just to drive through the midfield, take the space. She was leading with such speed, which I think, you know, talking about momentum, intensity, I think that's huge key to say, like, this is an ACC team, that's an ACC player who's going to make a difference.
Now it's NC State with some momentum. Last touch by Hall Robinson. Yes, it'll be a goal kick. Again, final non-conference match tonight for both teams. NC State hosting Pitt here at the Dale Soccer Stadium on Sunday afternoon. You can watch it on the ACC network, the ESPN app. That is going to be a big matchup in the ACC opener. Rosalie Olu. Looked like she was just going to create some space for Kalagishi instead. That midfield again stepping up, protecting the back line for the Panthers. Holt plays it into the feet of Jamise Joseph. And Vaughn fighting with her. Joseph will be whistled for the foul. So NC State and Pitt, that's always a good matchup, right? Some good history there, Michaela. How about, where did we get this footage? Who is that with the right-footed rocket?
It's 2018, wow. It's like a century ago. But that was a good day in Raleigh, I would say.
Oh, you got one with the right foot and then one with the left foot. A brace.
It's I like playing Pitt, but
some good memories, huh?
Some good memories.
Which was better? I think the right-footed. The first one might have been better. What do you think?
You know what? As a player, I will take either goal.
Sure.
I will take either one.
Great job by our production crew there. You see, Michaela was surprised. Other way. There you go. Yeah.
Forgot my direction.
Yeah. Josh Monk, Caleb Waters. The production team did not let her know that we had that footage.
Wow, you definitely got my face to be a bit red on this one.
Nothing to be embarrassed about, scoring 2 goals, right? Anybody's match here is Carlin, who, speaking of braces, she has one tonight, 2 goals. Took a kick to the shin there, and High Point will take their time getting numbers ahead. Deep test. And Protopis is down along with Olu. Card shown, and NC State with 2 players that are down and needing attention from the training staff.
Yeah, those 50-50 balls sometimes just are recipes for ugly collisions, which I think you kind of saw there.
Protopis to one knee. Olu still down. And so NC State Director of Goalkeeping Justin Bryant going to quickly start warming up Emily Earls, the freshman from Raleigh, who they were very excited about coming in, but obviously started the season as the number 3. Maria Echeverria on senior night. As you see, her season is done due to a knee injury. She's in a brace alongside fellow senior Jaden Thomas, who is also out for the year. So this has been an NC State team that has been struck by injuries.
Right, you definitely wonder, as you see the collision here kind of come up. Yeah, Protopis kind of got Olu on the backside of the head there. Just a...
DeHaven is given the caution. But Protopis and Olu, as Olu is now to her feet and gets a hand from this crowd.
Just kind of took a bad knock there.
And she's going to make her way out. It looks like Protopis is going to stay in this match. And yeah, Olu kind of got sandwiched in between both and really bore the brunt of that collision. And so we hope the best for her as Strickland, the goal scorer, comes back in. Olu has made a big difference in the midfield for NC State. Again, a midfield that was already shorthanded due to Kawagishi coming back from injury and Jaden Thomas out from injury. And when they got Olu healthy and she made her debut, again, she has been a difference maker in the midfield.
Right, NC State definitely has a lot of depth coming from incoming players this year, which honestly are obviously needed with Olu stepping in. Huge loss with Jaden Thomas going out. You kind of scratch your head and start to do the what ifs a little bit to see if she was playing tonight and see how maybe some games would go with her impact. So being so present in the midfield as she's been for previous seasons.
Both teams making substitutions. Several for High Point. And right now, the substitutions have been made, just a clock issue. Making sure we have the right time on the clock. Currently showing 8:38 on the clock. You see we've got 8:32, and they're going to go with 8:19 officially. Okay, clock is sorted. And we're ready to roll the final 8+ minutes.
Talking about timing too, as we approach the under 10-minute mark, no more overtime. This is where you're really gonna start leaning into, okay, it's not about the quantity of chances. Right now it's about the quality. So each opportunity going forward is so crucial for both sides.
And that's a good way to look at it, right? Because with under 8 minutes to go, you might only have, what?
1-2 chances.
Joseph combining with Jabril, trying to get it back to her. High point there. Feels like that second goal, that goal by Strickland, settling NC State down, calming some nerves, and giving them the confidence to push through. Okay, they're at least level. Now is there enough time to find the go-ahead? Chisholm. NC State defenders have moved up very well in this match. Here's Strickland. She'll try again. Denied by Casto.
Yeah, collected that nicely. Didn't seem too threatening for her. Although Alexis Strickland takes a nice touch inside, just didn't bend it on frame. I think the way that she wanted, just kind of caught nicely by Castro there.
Again, 11 saves against ODU on Sunday, credited with 9 so far in this match. And some of them have been quite good. That will be an easy foul call. Neubauer knocks over Holt. Brooklyn Holt. Joseph keeps this one in play. No, I spoke too soon. The signage there just obscuring the view from our seat in the press box, and I thought that she had kept it in. Not so. It'll be Holt with the throw in. This is a better angle.
Yeah.
Yep. Not by much, but clearly out. Good pass. Picked out by Malone. Carlin, does she have another bit of magic in her? Good tackle there by Chisholm. Had to be right here. And she got that tackle right. Just inside the box.
Yeah, good defensive tackle there. All ball, clean. Did just enough to kind of slow her down. Allowed the team to reset.
Under 3:30 to play. Panthers As you could see, the run being made by DeHaven. Thought she might be in. She created the second goal for Carlin. Last-ditch defending from DePerno. Both teams, one last sub, you would think. NC State going to get another goal scorer in Jade Bordelot. Jabril draws the foul. This is headed into the hands of Castro. Well defended by High Point. Hall Robinson playing safely there.
And you can just feel the intensity in the air from both teams. Definitely a lot of space in the midfield. Really just kind of chasing everything down at this point to see what they can make of something.
DeHaven. Muscled off by Hall Robinson. Both teams feeling like they can still win this one. Neubauer was onside, and this ball's going to stay in.
Definitely a dangerous opportunity there for High Point.
Smith. As we near a minute to play. Cleared away from Vaughn. NC State wants to go quickly. And at this point, High Point can take some time here, in no hurry. Jabril trying to take it down. Maybe time. One last gasp for the Wolfpack. And at the end of 90 minutes, it ends in a 2-2 draw. An intense matchup. And High Point uses 2 second half